Laundry Karaoke 29. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I look like hell. This is my hair. All right. Let's be positive. Let's have some fun. I only have 2 baskets of laundry because I have been doing small batches and singing on this Smool app. But I decided it's time to do a full episode. So we're going to do that. Henry is right outside my door and he won't go away. So he's going to be contributing as well. I can't have him in here because he just messes up the laundry as I fold it. So he will just have to sit outside and occasionally bang on my door. For some reason I have a lot of phlegm. I'm going to stop making excuses and we're just going to get started here. So get your stuff. Get your laundry, get your whatever you have to do. Don't look at the mess that is my bedroom because this is where I live. And I am ready to go. We're going to have just a couple fun songs, couple from the 70s, one from the 90s, one from the 60s. We're going to have fun. So let's do this. Get your stuff, and hopefully this is enough songs with which to get this laundry done. So excuse me, and here we go. Let's have some fun. Here we go. I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything that a man could want. I got more than I could ask for. I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet loving woman. And she knows just how to treat me right. Well, my baby, she's alright. Well, my baby, clean out of sight. Don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah. When I hold her in my arms, you know she sets my soul on fire. Ooh, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes filled with desire. When she wraps her loving arms around me, about drives me out of my mind. Yeah, when my baby kisses me, chills run up and down my spine. Well, my baby, she's alright. Well, my baby, clean out of sight. Don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah. Now, is there anybody got a sweet little woman like mine? There got to be somebody got a sweet little woman like mine. Yeah. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Yeah. Can I get a witness? She's some kind. Can I get a witness? She's some kind. Talking about my baby. Talking about my baby. I'm talking about my baby. My baby. My baby. Talking about my baby. I'm talking about I'm talking about my baby. Talking about my baby. Talking about my baby. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Let's move up to the 90s and have a little bit of Annie Lennox. And before we start this song, I have to say, if you've never seen the official music video for this song, Walking on Broken Glass. You must go watch it, because Annie Lennox was a genius when she created this video, in that she cast John Malkovich as a character very similar to his character in Dangerous Liaison, and cast herself as, like, in that movie, the Glenn Close character, and she cast Hugh freaking Laurie as a character very similar to his character in the Black Adder series, where he's the prince, playing her current lover or whatever. It is so good, and it is so clever and amazing. So you must go watch it. And I'm going to try to sing it, and I'm not sure how well it's going to go. Excuse my cough. It is not COVID. It's not COVID. Let's just say that. Walking on broken glass. Walking on broken glass. You were the sweetest thing that I ever knew, but I don't care for sugar, honey, if I can't have you. Since you abandoned me, my whole life has crashed. Won't you pick the pieces up, 'cause it feels just like I'm walking on broken glass. Walking on broken glass. Ooh, ooh. Walking on broken glass. The sun's still shining in the deep blue sky, but it don't mean nothing to me. Oh, let the rain come down, let the wind blow through me. I'm living in an empty room with all the windows smashed, and I've got so little left to lose that it feels just like I'm walking on broken glass. Ooh, yeah. And if you're trying to cut me down, you know that I might bleed. 'Cause if you're trying to cut me down, I know that you'll succeed. And if you want to hurt me, there's nothing left to feed. And if you want to hurt me, you're doing really well, my dear. Now every one of us was made to suffer. Every one of us was made to weep. But we've been hurting one another, and now the pain is cut too deep. So take me from the wreckage, save me from the blast. Lift me up and take me back, don't let me keep on walking. I can't keep on walking on, keep on walking on broken glass. Ooh, walking on broken glass. right, and now from the 90s, we jump back to the 70s, and a little bit of Frampton Comes Alive, baby. I Love You, Ray. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night. Whoops, oh dear, I just shut everything down. I'm so sorry, let's start again. Let's go back and open and open and open. Come on, open. Yeehaw, we're gonna open. And we're gonna go back to YouTube. I'm so sorry, what a stupid thing to do. Let's go back to, there is the list, and let's start again with Mr. Peter Frampton, but no vocoder. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night, far away from the city. But don't hesitate, 'cause your love won't wait. Ooh, baby, I love you way every day. I wanna tell you I love you way every day. I wanna be with you night and day. Hey. Shine and light the sky with the help of some fireflies. I wonder how they have the power to shine. I can see them under the pine, but don't hesitate, 'cause your love won't wait. Ooh, baby, I love you way every day. I wanna tell you I love you way. Oh, I wanna be with you night and day. Hey. Hesitate, 'cause your love won't wait. I can see the sunset in your eyes, brown and gray, and blue besides. Clouds are stalking islands in the sun. Wish I could buy one out of season, but don't hesitate, 'cause your love won't wait. wanna be with you night and day. Oh, baby, I love your way every day. I wanna tell you I love your way. I wanna be with you night and day. Hey. God, I can remember laying in my bed trying to go to sleep listening to WLS on the radio and that song playing. It's amazing how it all comes back. And next, we're still in the 70s. But this is such a wait. I got to pull up the lyrics because for some reason it is almost impossible to find certain songs with the lyrics. Great karaoke, lovely instrumental, no lyrics, which is stupid. So I almost have them here. 1 second. Where? No, yeah, this. Okay. I forgot how much I loved this song too when I was small. And I hope you love it too. No, I wanted to control and make it a little bit bigger, and now we're good. And now, here we go. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Heard he sang a good song. Nope, not yet. And that's the other problem, you don't know when to come in. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. God, I did it again. Oh my God. You know, the fact that any of you stick with me is proof that you'll put up with anything. I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. What is wrong with me? Killing. Okay. I'm so sorry. I will get this right. And this is why I don't do that much on Smool, because they're not patient with me when I screw it up. So where did it? There it is. Okay, come on. Okay. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. Let's try this one more time. And I'm sorry that I've messed everything up for you. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's have fun. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flush with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he'd found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair, and then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there, and he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong, strumming my fate with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, killing me softly with his song. My life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay, that was it. Okay, we're gonna have fun on this last one. This last one's long. It's an 18-minute song, but it's not a song, but it's kind of a song. Shut up, Christy, and let's just do it. This song is called Alice's Restaurant. It's about Alice and the restaurant. But Alice's Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant, that's just the name of the song. And that's why I call the song Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want Now, it all started 2 Thanksgivings ago. It was 2 years ago on Thanksgiving when my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice doesn't live at the restaurant. She lives in the church behind the restaurant in the bell tower with her husband Ray and Fasha the dog. And living in the bell tower like that, they got a lot of room downstairs where the pews used to be in. Having all that room, seeing as how they took out all the pews, they decided they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. We got up there and found all the garbage in there, and we decided it'd be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the city dump. So we took the half a ton of garbage, put it in the back of the VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, and headed on toward the city dump. Well, we got there, and there was a big sign and a chain across the dump saying closed on Thanksgiving. And we'd never heard of a dump closed on Thanksgiving before, and with tears in our eyes, we drove off to the sunset looking for another place to put the garbage. We didn't find one until we came to a side road, and off the side of the side road there was another 15-foot cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff there was another pile of garbage, and we decided that one big pile is better than 2 little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided we'd throw ours down. So that's what we did, and we drove back to the church, had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beaten, didn't get up until the next morning. We got a phone call from Officer Roby. He said, "Kid, we found your name on an envelope at the bottom of a half a ton of garbage, and we wanted to know if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Roby, I cannot tell a lie. I put that envelope under that garbage." After speaking to Obi for about 45 minutes on the telephone, we finally arrived at the truth of the matter and said that we had to go down and pick up the garbage, and also had to go down to speak to him at the police officer station. So we got in the red VW microbus with the shovels and rake and implements of destruction and headed on toward the police officer station. Now, friends, there was only 1 or 2 things that Obi could have done at the police station, and the first was that he could have given us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone, which wasn't very likely, and we didn't expect it. And the other thing was he could have bawled us out and told us never to be seen driving garbage around the vicinity again, which is what we expected. But when we got to the police officer station, there was a third possibility that we hadn't even counted upon, and we was both immediately arrested, handcuffed. And I said, "Obi, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." He said, "Shut up, kid. Get in the back of the patrol car." And that's what we did. We sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to the, quote, scene of the crime, unquote. I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this happened here. They got 3 stop signs, 2 police officers, and 1 police car. But when we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers and 3 police cars, being the biggest crime of the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in a newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of cop equipment that they had hanging around the police officer station. They was taking plaster tire tracks, footprints, dogs, smelling prints, and they took 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. Took pictures of the approach, the getaway, the northwest corner, the southwest corner, and that's not to mention the aerial photography. After the ordeal, we went back to the jail. Obi said he was going to put us in the cell. He said, "Kid, I'm going to put you in the cell. I want your wallet and your belt." And I said, "Obi, I can understand you wanting my wallet so I don't have any money to spend in the cell, but what do you want my belt for?" And he said, "Kid, we don't want any hangings." And I said, "Obi, did you think I was going to hang myself for littering?" Obi said he was making sure, and friends, Obi was, because he took out the toilet seat so I couldn't hit myself over the head and drown. And he took out the toilet paper so I couldn't bend the bars, roll the toilet paper out the window, slide down the roll, and have an escape. Obi was making sure, and it was about 4 or 5 hours later that Alice, remember Alice? The song about Alice. Alice came by and with a few nasty words to Obie on the side, bailed us out of jail, and we went back to the church and had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat. And we didn't get up until the next morning when we all had to go to court. We walked in, sat down. Obie came in with the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph at each one, and he sat down. Man came in and said, "All rise." We all stood up, and Obie stood up with the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures, and the judge walked in, sat down with the CNI dog, and he sat down. We sat down. Obie looked at the CNI dog, and then at the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and looked at the CNI dog. And then at the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and began to cry because Obie came to the realization that it was a typical case of American blind justice and there was nothing he could do about it. And the judge wasn't going to look at the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph at each one, explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. And we was fined $50 and had to pick up the garbage in the snow. But that's not what I came to tell you about. I came to talk about the draft. They got a building down in New York City. It's called Whitehall Street, where you walk in, you get injected, inspected, detected, infected, neglected, and selected. I went down to get my physical examination one day, and I walked in, I sat down, got good and drunk the night before, so I looked and felt my best when I went in that morning. Because I wanted to look like the all-American kid from New York City. Man, I wanted to feel like I wanted to be the all-American kid from New York, and I walked in, sat down, I was hung down, brung down, hung up, and all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things. And I walked in and sat down, and they gave me a piece of paper, said, "Kid, see the psychiatrist room 604. And I went up there, I said, "Shrink, I want to kill. I mean, I want to kill. I want to see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. I mean, kill. 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 Kill." And I started jumping up and down, yelling, "Kill. Kill." And he started jumping up and down with me, and we was both jumping up and down, yelling, "Kill. Kill." And the sergeant came down, piddle mental on me, sent me down the hall, and said, "You're our boy." Didn't feel too good about it. Proceeded down the hall, getting more injections, inspections, detections, neglections, and all kinds of stuff that they was doing to me at the thing there. And I was there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I was there for a long time, going through all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things. And I was just having a tough time there, and there was inspecting, injecting every single part of me, and they was leaving no part untouched. Proceeded through, and when I finally came to see the very last man, I walked in, sat down after the whole big thing there, and I walked up and said, "What do you want?" He said, "Kid, we only got one question. Have you ever been arrested?" And I proceeded to tell him the story of Alice's Restaurant Massacre with full orchestration and 5-part harmony and stuff like that. And he stopped me right there and said, "Kid, did you ever go to court?" And I proceeded to tell him about the story of the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and the paragraph on the back of each one. And he stopped me right there and said, "Kid, I want you to go and sit down on that bench that says Group W. Now, kid." I walked over to the bench there, and that's where the Group W is, where they put you if you may not be moral enough to join the army after committing your special crime. And there was all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly looking people on the bench there. mother rapers, father stabbers, father rapers sitting right there on the bench next to me, and they was mean and nasty and ugly and horrible crime type guys sitting on the bench next to me. And the meanest, ugliest, nastiest one, the meanest father raper of them all was coming over to me, and he was mean and ugly and nasty and horrible and all kinds of, and he sat down next to me and said, "Kid, what'd you get?" I said, "I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage." He said, "What were you arrested for, kid?" And I said, "Littering." And they all moved away from me on the bench there, and the hairy eyeball and all kinds of mean, nasty things, till I said, "And creating a nuisance." And they all came back, shook my hand, and we had a great time on the bench talking about crime, mother stabbing, father raping, all kinds of groovy things that we was talking about on the bench. And everything was fine. We were smoking cigarettes and all kinds of things till the sergeant came over, held some paper in his hand, held it up and said, "Kids, this piece of paper's got 47 words, 37 sentences, 58 words. We want to know every detail, tune about the crime, time of the crime, and any kind of thing you got to say, tune about the crime. I want to know arresting officer's name and any other kind of thing you got to say." And talked for 45 minutes, and nobody understood a word that he said. But we had fun filling out the forms and playing with the pencils on the bench there. And I filled out the massacre with the 4-part harmony, and I wrote it down there just like it was, and everything was fine. And I put down the pencil, and I turned over the piece of paper, and there on the other side, in the middle of the other side, away from everything else on the other side, in parentheses, capital letters, quotated, read the following words: "Kid, have you rehabilitated yourself?" I went over to the sergeant and said, "Sergeant, you got a lot of damn gall to ask me if I've rehabilitated myself. I mean that I'm sitting here on the bench. I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the army, burn women, kids' houses, and villages after being a litter bug." He looked at me and said, "Kid, we don't like your kind, and we're going to send your fingerprints off to Washington." And friends, somewhere in Washington, enshrined in some little folder, is a study in black and white of my fingerprints. And the only reason I'm singing you this song now is because you may know somebody in a similar situation, or you may be in a similar situation. And if you're in a situation like that, there's only one thing that you can do, and that's walk into the shrink, wherever you are. Just walk in, say, "Shrink, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant." Walk out. You know, if one person, just one person does it, they may think he's really sick and they won't take him. And if two people do it in harmony, they may think you're both gay and they won't take either of you. And if 3 people do it, can you imagine 3 people walking in, singing a bar at Alice's restaurant and walking out? They may think it's an organization. And can you imagine 50 people a day? I said 50 people a day walking in, singing a bar at Alice's restaurant and walking out. And friends, they may think it's a movement. And that's what it is. The Alice's Restaurant Anti-Massacre Movement. And all you gotta do to join is sing it the next time it comes around on the guitar. With feeling. So, we'll wait for it to come around on the guitar here and sing it when it does. Here it comes. can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. That was horrible. If you want to end war and stuff, you gotta sing loud. I've been singing this song for 25 minutes. I could sing it for another 25 minutes. I'm not proud or tired. So we'll wait till it comes around again, and this time with 4-part harmony and feeling. We're just waiting for it to come around again is what we're doing. All right now. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Excepting Alice, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alice's restaurant. That's it, you guys. I have like no energy and no stamina anymore, but we're done. We are done. I hope you got something done. I hope this wasn't just abominable, because I'm not singing as much as I used to, and I have like no stamina and no breast support and all of that. I hope you're all doing well. I know everything is topsy-turvy and crazy. I know it's the world is really hard to navigate right now, but it all boils down to the fact that, especially with what's going on right now, is that Black lives matter. They matter, and until they matter as much as white lives matter, we can't ever say all lives matter, because they don't. So, you know, I'm doing a lot of learning and listening and reading and watching and talking to people, especially Black people, to hear their stories and hear their truths and hear their experience, which is far different from mine. And so I'm listening, I'm being quiet as much as I can. I'm listening and I'm learning. And I hope you're doing the same thing, because it's so important. It's so important that we listen to people who haven't had a voice. So that's where I stand. I am 100% in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. I am wanting to see change and betterment, and I'm willing to fight for that. So, you know, I know this has nothing to do with Laundry Karaoke, but I don't think that it's, while we all need to get away sometimes, have a break from the craziness and the confusion and the anger and all of it. We need, every now and then we need a break, but we can't just have a break. Do you know what I mean? We can't just go back to living our lives, especially as white people, in ignorance and just ignoring what's going on. We have to stand by. We have to stand by our Black brothers and sisters. We are all in this life together. We have to stand by them and help them to fight for accountability and justice, and I mean, just so many things. And I also want to say, because it is Pride Month, happy Pride to all the people I know who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Here at Laundry Karaoke, we love you all. We love Black lives, we love gay lives, we love trans lives. Well, there is no we, it's just me. I love all those things. And as long as you are a person who is kind and trying and learning and not just saying, either all lives matter or, you know, why do I have to know about that? Why do I have to see that? You know what? Because people exist and they're different from you and they deserve to exist and thrive and have good lives just like maybe you have. So let's all try to stand together. Let's all try to fight against what's happening and stand together, stand with and in front of when necessary, and mostly behind our Black brothers and sisters right now as they try to find justice. And we can help them because we have privilege. Okay, that went on too long. But anyway, Black Lives Matter. Happy Pride. I love you all. Stay safe. Wear your masks. I mean, the fact that that's even an argument that has to be made makes me want to pull my skin off because it's so obvious. Wear your masks. Social distance. Being outside is not magic. It's still, your particles still fly, and probably a little more because there's wind. So wear your mask and stop bitching and being a whiner about having to wear a mask when there are people being murdered in the street. You sound ridiculous. Whoa, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.